Hi guys. First of all, congratulations to New Zealand, who are the first World Test champions, and yeah, deservingly so. They deserve being the champions, having built such a great team over the last few years, having played such great, consistent cricket. They deserve to be the champions, as I had predicted in the previews as well. I didn't predict that Saudi will score runs and be a good player, which also happened. But yeah, nonetheless, uh, New Zealand proved they were the better team today. They outplayed India big time, and yeah, everyone is happy to see the nice guys win today in what is only their second ever ICC trophy ever, and Kohli has like none as captain. So yeah, kudos to Kane Williamson and team, and yeah, amazing performance by Jamieson and rest of the team. So a lot of Indian fans today are extremely disappointed. But to be honest, I'm not disappointed because I expected New Zealand to win. I expected India not to play that well. But yeah, I mean, tell me guys, what do you feel about this Indian team now?
Yeah, great job by New Zealand. I mean, it was not easy to pick 8 wickets coming in the morning and then also chasing the target. And congratulations to them and ICC, because the tweets have changed from "fuck you ICC" to "thank you ICC" in just 2 days. And yeah, I mean, they were the better team. And yeah, it was about big boys stepping up. And unfortunately for us, Virat Kohli did not step up again in another big ICC tournament, but Kane Williamson did. So they won.
Yeah, I think it's finally justice to New Zealand because they lost
Finally, two back-to-back World Cup losses, World Cup final losses.
Yeah, in 2009, it was really unfair to them that they had to lose because of the boundary count
and the deflection from
the super over. Yeah, so I guess it's fair that New Zealand, in Test cricket, we expect luck to not play a part, and that's why they are the best team in the Test, and even in the limited overs, I feel they are close to the best team. So I'm glad that they have something to show for their efforts. This team started their turnaround in 2013 when they were bowled out for 45 in Cape Town. And yeah, how Brendan McCullum has inculcated a culture of New Zealand being nice guys, the Kiwi culture, which is the center of the heartbeat of this team. And they play very tough, hard, skillful cricket, but they are not, they do not verbally abuse or do not behave like maniacs on the field. And so that's a great compliment to the New Zealand. It's only a country of 5 million people, and cricket is not even the number one sport in New Zealand. Rugby is the number one sport. And 23rd June 2021, it will go down in history as the first real championship of cricket, because Test cricket is the oldest format. 144 years Test cricket has survived, and this is the first time that we are having an official championship match of Test cricket. Yeah. So the gravity of this match was enormous gravity, and the rain played its part. We were thinking that 3 days.
We are playing in England, so yeah, can't help it.
3 days will not be enough to get a champion, but kudos to New Zealand. They actually won this match inside 3.5 days. So that speaks a lot. That speaks a lot about the level they're playing, and it's much above. Also, England conditions no doubt favored them. The conditions were totally bowling friendly. We saw only 250s, one from Devon Conway and one from Kane Williamson. So all kudos to New Zealand. Excellent bowling attack. I think this is one of the best seam attacks and very underrated seam attack in the history, because we always talk about the great, West Indies fast bowlers, the quartet of Joel Garner, Michael Holding, and Malcolm Marshall. We talk about Glenn McGrath, Jason Gillespie, and the Shane Warne. That bowling attack. I think this bowling attack deserves to be in that cauldron. Tim Southee, he's an experienced pro playing since last 10 to 11 years. Trent Bolt, he's a master swing bowler. And now we have the rising star Kyle Jamieson, who has 5 fifers in just 8 Test matches. I don't think I've ever seen a better start in anyone's career than Kyle Jamieson. So
yeah. I think his average even looks better than Philander. Like, I think I remember Philander started off very strongly, but
yeah. And how amazing is it that that the number 1 ranked Test team actually won the World Test Championship?
Yeah, pretty incredible. And like Shikhar said, how enormous this match was, and this was understood by their players and even their support and management. Like, they were very smart in arranging that series with England just before this final. So hats off not just to the players, to their organizers, and to all the people involved in New Zealand cricket, who took this match seriously, and definitely say that they took it more seriously than us, because BCCI. I mean, I remember Pakistan playing a test match with Ireland before their English tour. So, I mean, BCCI could have done that. If England were already booked, they could have arranged a match for us to play with Ireland or something. But yeah, they just think, even Virat Kohli thinks that, just some net practice will make them match ready. But yeah, not so.
No,
And
obviously,
Indian team played
obviously, you see any Australian team which goes for the Ashes. See, Ashes is a very big series for both Australia and England, and you will
Yeah.
see that Australian team also plays a lot of county matches, like 3-day county matches, and all the teams that tour New Zealand, they will have these county matches. Totally, India was totally unprepared, and the focus is so
Yeah.
much on IPL.
Cool,
Like,
cool guys.
I'm
So
sure
in the
Pujara, I don't know
Yeah. In the
why he
largest
even
scheme of
enters
things,
in the
guys.
IPL auction. He could have
True.
easily played an county season like Hanuma Vihari did. So I don't understand the logic, like why we are so money hungry and why we are so much behind the IPL. I
And-
mean, nobody will remember the IPL. Like nobody will give I'm sorry to use the word, but nobody will give a fuck about who wins IPL 2021.
In
But
the
definitely the history will remember the first World Test Championship champion.
Yeah.
And we will look back on this scorecard 50 years with our grandkids. We will be looking at
यही बातें तो बाद में याद आएंगी
looking at this scorecard, and it will be so disappointing to see that no Indian top order batsman could even get a 50 on this pitch. Like Rahane got a 49, Kohli got a 44, and Pant 41. That's not good enough. Indian bowlers were not good enough. Shami was the best bowler. Like he corrected his length a little bit too late, but rest. Bumrah was just bowling straight. He was bowling in straight lines, like on a pitch that is swinging so much. He was bowling in straight lines. So
Bumrah was pathetic. to say the
Pathetic.
least. And
Ashwin was
Kohli
the
said-
best bowler. Ashwin was the best bowler on a seamer
English
friendly
pitch.
pitch. So you can just imagine the plight of
And
Indians.
Kohli
Yeah,
said
yeah.
in his conference that Test cricket is the heartbeat of international cricket. I hope he really means so. I really don't think it means that much to them. He just said that for, I don't know, because the reporter already asked him as the question that you're always backing up Test cricket. So he said, yeah, Test cricket is the heartbeat of international cricket. But I don't think he means so. If he means so, then he should talk to BCCI and his coach to make sure that these series, these preparations are done properly. So,
No, Kohli, no, I would give him the credit that he prioritizes Test cricket, like a lot of bowlers, like especially Bumrah. He was rested a lot so that he will be fit for this. But see, New Zealand are just one level above us, like
Yeah.
1 or 2 levels above us. They beat us in 3.5 days. So it says a lot. They've built a culture and a team since last 5-6 years. There was a fight between Ross Taylor and McCallum. It has been starting since then, the rebuild of that team. And finally, we see Ross Taylor and Tim Southee, people like that, who are underrated names in cricket, winning the most valuable prize in cricket. It just feels good. But yeah, it feels bad. Kohli, he has not been able to win any ICC trophy, which is really sad.
No trophy. I mean, no
remember one
tournament at
comment from
all.
Akash Chopra. Yeah, I remember one comment from Akash Chopra that no one will remember if you were the number 1 test side. But now, World Test Championship
Fine.
winners will be considered as the best test team, and your legacy will be defined by how many ICC tournaments. We know that Dhoni won the inaugural T20 championship. So the world will always remember MS Dhoni, the one who won the inaugural. Winning something in the first time, that's a great achievement. And I am sorry, even if the India wins it the next time, it will not feel the same. Just like Pakistan won the 2009 T20 World Cup with Shahid Afridi, but they won't have that same feeling which Dhoni and men had in 2007. Similarly, Clive Lloyd and company in 1975. That's an awesome achievement.
Yeah, cool. So today, when India came into a bat, I mean, when do you think India actually lost it? I mean, some people had hopes that India can do something, they can draw the match. When did you feel India actually lost it today? I mean, emotional fans
if we
like you
lose
at
the
least.
top 3 batters in the first hour and a half, like the trio which we were really banking on, at least one of us would bail us out. A trio of Kohli, Pujara and Rahane is so overrated, that trio. They got out in the first hour or two in the morning, then there was not much hope left. And then the second part was that even after they got out, Jadeja and Pant were both scoring at a strike rate of 60 before they went to lunch break. And I don't know what talk they had with the team management, because after that they came back and they stopped scoring, and that was not the right plot. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there was not much hope.
See,
after we lost.
for me, it was the dismissal of Kohli and Rahane. Now these two have been failing regularly in the World Test Championship.
Since a
Kohli
long
has gone
time now.
46 innings without a century. Pujara has gone 29 innings without a test centuries. For someone who has
Pujara should be dropped.
for someone who is a specialist test batsman, 8 out of 55 and 15 out of 80 balls, it's not the correct way to play test cricket in these conditions. Because one ball has your name. You have to score runs at any cost. I feel Rahane was really comfortable again. Rahane looked the best. And that partnership of 37 runs with Pant, I thought that will settle some nerves and India can go forward with that. But I think Rahane was really unlucky. See, that kind of dismissal, you cannot blame the batsman because it takes. But Rahane needs to stop playing half-hearted shots. Again, Pant and Jadeja, they were building.
With Rahane, it was a definite loss of concentration, I believe. It was his mistake.
No, I think that was just unlucky because he played a beautiful cut shot just before that ball. And Jadeja, again, he got stuck. Again, Jadeja, like in the first innings, he again did not score freely. Pant was trying to take the bowler's length off. Like he spread the field at least, and he was getting some easy singles. And he was scoring at a good rate. But I did not understand his approach of slogging. Like he was going for full-blooded slogs. I think he could have played more intelligently. But definitely, those two partnerships were crucial. If Rahane and Pant and Jadeja, those two partnerships, if they could have stayed longer and made that target at least 200, we could have fought for a draw.
Yeah. Could have. And we keep blaming our lower order that it does not score runs. But in this match, we had batting till number 8, Ashwin coming in at number 8. So we had a really long batting line. We cannot keep blaming it on our lower order.
Our number 9, 10, and 11 are still if you see New Zealand in the first innings, they had a 30-run partnership with Kane Williamson and Tim Southee, 30 runs partnership with Kane Williamson and Jamieson. So we really missed those contributions. You can't expect much from Bumrah and Shami, I guess.
But
I think someone like Shardul would have been really useful in these conditions. Shardul
we
would
actually
have
had a good day with the ball. Otherwise Wagner would have also smashed 30 or 40 odd. We actually had a good day with the ball that Wagner did not smash the runs. But and you compare them to like the Fab Four. Do you think this current batting team even should be compared to that Fab Four?
No, not at all. See, the Fab Four, they used to score a lot of runs, and our bowling used to suck in those times. So our bowlers would not perform well. But here in this case, our bowlers are actually good, and they did well whatever they did. Even though I expected more from our bowling unit, there were some selection errors because we did not choose bowlers as per the conditions. Like I said yesterday also, we have selected the deck bowlers, not the swing bowlers. But this is not the best batting order. Definitely openers, they don't have the discipline to survive in English conditions. Washington Sundar or Hanuma Vihari, those kind of. See, we have earlier also tried Karthik, like I was saying yesterday, and Jafar and all these guys, Bangar. So we could have tried something different. Kohli needs to be more instinctive in his team selection. He just goes by the book, not to upset the critics. He plays safe with his 11. Rahane is more dynamic in that respect. Rahane as a captain, I would like to see him more.
It was very difficult to pick from one all-rounder of Ashwin or Jadeja, but I guess Kohli should have made that hard call and should have just told, with the conditions, we have to have 4 pacers, and that could have, maybe helped India trying to limit New Zealand in their first inning.
It's easier to say now, guys, but
Jadeja's selection was bad. In hindsight, definitely.
It's easier to say now, guys, but when Kohli said that this was the best team they felt on which should have played this match, I believe his selection was justified, because in a World Cup final, in a final like this, you cannot keep experimenting. We kept experimenting in the last World Cup as well, and we had Vijay Shankar playing in the semi-finals. We cannot have experimentation in
No, it's
this
not about
final.
experimenting. It's about playing to the conditions. See, this is not India or Australia that you are playing in. So the bowling lineup was not as per the conditions. That's what I feel. Like the batting order also, it's not as per the condition. India and Australia, this is a fab team, but not in England.
We probably failed to build a team or build people. Build batsmen and bowlers for these conditions. Probably that might be one thing which can be called out here. But anyways, not taking anything away from New Zealand, they were absolutely amazing. Before the match started, I was sure these guys will win. They're already way too good. The bowling was way too good.
I'll tell you that New Zealand made a couple of very brave calls. One was definitely electing to field first. And Indian openers actually had a good start. So he may be doubting his decision.
Maybe.
And another was leaving out Ajaz Patel, and Matt Henry. That was a big call taken by
yes, especially after the second England test.
But Kyle Jamieson did the job, so Matt Henry was not required. He did a great advertisement for Test cricket. Now that we have a result, I'm happy that we got a result.
Yeah.
We got a result, and New Zealand are deservedly the World Test champions. Let us hope India comes back and tries to win the second edition of this tournament. It will be interesting to see the second edition when it starts.
Yeah, when we actually do not have COVID affected series and COVID affected matches, and we have a full-fledged world,
Yes.
test matches across the world. Cool, guys. So it's been great to watch New Zealand win today. It's been great to follow the whole test match over 6 days. I believe this was the only second test match scheduled for 6 days. But yeah, thank you, guys.
It's been great by Cricket Caviar, Prateek, me, and Kunal to build up for a month. We have built up literally for 1 month this series, and we have talked about so many elements and bringing it to all of you. It was also a great experience for us, and we hope to continue with a little bit of break. There will be a hangover, and we'll be bringing you few more reviews of the World Test Championship. But it's been great, and I want to thank all the viewers who have followed us, subscribed us. Please keep following. There is a lot more content coming up now with a lot of series going on, especially India's limited overs edition. So guys, keep following Cricket Caviar, and please stay safe at your homes.
Yes, guys, some really interesting stuff coming up. We'll probably have a really good build up to the coming World Cup as well, T20 World Cup in hopefully UAE. And yeah, lots more interesting cricket talk coming in, guys. So hope to see you soon in the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye.